Hi Leo, welcome to your magician reading for me. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to True Love Tarot. Love and support to her. Check her out, show her some love and support. This is intended to be a romantic love reading, but it may resonate in other areas of your life. Also, this may resonate as yours or your person's moon, rising, or Venus sign. All right, for Leo. Let's take a look at where your energy is, what you are or can manifest for your best and highest good, while I throw the cards all over the place here. Okay. Ooh, get it? Knight of Swords. Okay. 6 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, the Wheel. This could be Scorpio, Aquarius. All right. 5 of Wands. And 9 of Cups. All right. Gonna be enough room. Okay. All right. So why the disconnect or the emptiness? Why? You've been silent about something and you need to speak up. This is a time for you to voice your opinion. You've been... Okay. What's this? Hold on. What's this 6 of Pentacles about? What's this 6 of Pentacles about for Leo? Pentacles. Have it. Okay, strength. There's Leo. All right. That's fair. What's this 5 of Pentacles? Okay, what's this Knight of Cups? What's this Knight of Cups? That could be Scorpio. Hierophant. There's Taurus. So what? Okay. What's this Wheel of Fortune? You're not wanting what's being offered. Why? It's just 7 of Wands. Ah, Leo. You got to stand your ground. What do you keep waffling on? There's something that you keep going back. You keep allowing back in, and it's because you think this time will be different. What's this 5 of Wands? Oh, this 5 of Wands. The Devil. Capricorn. What's this 9 of Cups about? There's no shame in that. There's no shame in having hope. It's just that you're getting worn the heck out because things aren't changing, and I think you're just wanting things to finally be settled, because this is a situation that's kind of taking a lot of your energy to manage, and you're really hoping that, you know what, enough time has been invested, enough patterns and habits have hopefully been set, or like, we know each other, there should be trust here. Can this person just finally calm the HE double hockey sticks down, and can we get because I'm starting to lose hope. And you want it, not me. I'm starting to lose hope, but that's like how you're feeling. Like for Leos that I'm reading for, this is someone, there's a love here, and there's an offer on the table. I mean, you got somebody that's wanting to do the thing, but the offer that they're making, they can't back up with action, and it requires a lot of management on your part to kind of keep this person straight and on the narrow, and you quite possibly you need to. But then I can see why you're not speaking up, because if you do, it could risk the relationship, and you really like this person. Except for that one thing. And that one thing, though, is everything for the Leos that I'm reading for. This is someone that's making a lot of concessions for somebody with an issue. You're making a lot of allowances for somebody that's got some kind of something, and you're looking the other way. You're not allowing for things to I empathize. I mean, because it's hard when you care about somebody. You're like, well, but this thing keeps getting in the way of you two being an absolute unit. What's this 9 of Cups? This 9 of Cups. Temperance. There's an incredible, especially for the Leos that I'm reading for, there's a lot of good in this person. This is an and situation. It's not an or. Like, this is somebody that has got something that you want to be able to speak up about, but perhaps you know that it's not negotiable. So it's one of those things that there's this thing that's wrong, and I still want to be with this person, or and we are together, or and we could be really good together. And it feels like you're trying every which way to work around this, but I think it's you knowing what needs to be done, and you're resisting doing that. This is someone that probably has some stuff they got to deal with, and you are still wanting to help them with it, and you can't. And you know that if you leave them to their own devices, they're going to make poor choices, An example would be somebody that's in recovery and you're keeping a close watch on them, But along with that close watch, your presence is not enough. It's like it takes extra management on your part, and this is just an example. And to the point where you're having to kind of, a lot of your energy is spent managing them rather than being joyful and as a couple, or being able to do the things you want to do. Like maybe you haven't spent enough time with your friends, that your choices are dwindling because you're having to really deal with kind of shepherding someone. And it's one of those things that you two haven't been able to hit your stride, and you have been trying very nobly so to help this person, to help them. And the thing is, this is somebody who wants that with you, but they're also having a really hard time getting out of their own way. And I think that pulls at your heartstrings, because if it wasn't for that one thing, you two would be up and running. And it's, I don't know, it's like you need a break, and you've been resisting things changing or being able to let go because you don't want to. It's plain and simple. You like this person, you care about this person. And if it wasn't for that one little thing, everything would be perfect. But it's that one little thing that's kind of a big thing, and everything else is fine, right? But that one thing seems to color everything. So there's a lot of energy spent with this person, and to the neglect of yourself, or your, being able to do what you want to do. And it's come to the point where you realize if you do separate or take a break, you're afraid this person's going to just fall apart, for the Leos that I'm reading for. And I know this sounds crappy to say, but there's better use of your energy. Even though you care about this person, you didn't break it, you can't fix it. And that, it's not to sound cold, but it's going to be to your depletion if you keep if you keep trying to make this happen. If you use your magician energy to do this, to try and save this person, it's noble, but it has to be a tandem effort, and it's a big issue. And the Leos that I'm reading for, you can get vertical on this and stand your ground and speak to it. You're just choosing not to. Don't hate me. And I understand why you're choosing not to. It's a tough one, because there's a lot of joy with this relationship, but this one thing keeps getting in the way. This is either an affair, this is someone with an addiction, or someone with a problematic past or family, something that keeps coming up. If it wasn't for this, everything else would be fine. But this issue, and so there's this kind of negotiation with it, like, you know what, everything else is fine, it's just that one thing, and it's keeping things where they are, but you're not getting the stability you want, and it's kind of exhausting. And this is about you getting vertical and assertive, and kind of taking back your time and your energy. And it's a shame though, because it's like, this person isn't a bad person. They just got to deal with whatever they got to deal with. And you also have to set boundaries. That's another thing here, is you got to set boundaries. And you don't, because you care about this person and you want to help. And if it wasn't yours for that one thing, but you need to set some boundaries and stand your ground. Like, we got that twice here, because you're starting to pull back from those around you, and you need to lighten the load, and you need to restore balance and peace and happiness in your life. And Leo needs to take a break, honestly. And this is not just for, this is for 20. So this is definitely a process, but your energy output needs to shift here. Your magician's store, your magician energy, your manifesting energy here, it cannot be spent on trying to fix something you didn't break. That's not where your energy needs to be. I'm not going to say there's someone better for you, because for this reading, it's not about that per se. This is just about getting you to erect some boundaries, and getting your joy back, and getting serenity, peace, and balance back. And if this person can do that, if they can take care of their own issue, you two are golden. Well, I shouldn't say that, because there's always, underlying. But I mean, for the most part, this is workable. This is doable. But this person has to meet you halfway, and they don't. And so you need to set some boundaries here. That's where your magician's energy needs to be. Manifesting, calling in. It sounds silly, but honestly, setting boundaries. That's what you need to do with that magician's energy. setting boundaries for yourself. You can't control somebody else, so it's not going to be about you. You know, I'm going to manifest this person doing this and that for me. You've already got the offer. This person cares. They love you. You love that. I mean, but they do have to handle their own business. You can't do that for them. And you need to pull back your energy and reinvest in yourself. What else for Leo? King of Cups could be Pisces. What else for Leo? Hanged Man could be Pisces. What are we dealing with the Pisces? Two of Cups. Seven of Cups. All right, Leo, here it is. You can love this person and be not involved with them for a strategic amount of time or whatever, but you don't have to be, because it's going to very quickly become you need to be around them all the time, or they're going to require your energy all the time, and that way madness lies. And you need to here it is, I'm just going to say it, for now, for this situation, until this person can level up, this is about you being bigger than the issue, you putting your energy into yourself, you pulling back, you reinvesting in yourself, loving someone from afar, being the bigger person, or doing what is best for you, like not actively being involved, but kind of being once removed and looking on with compassion and even love in your heart. But this is about taking a step back and allowing things to transition. What is best for you right now is to, from a practical standpoint at least, is to let things be what they're going to be. That might be letting go and removing and trying to stay emotionally removed as much as you can, pulling back your emotions, pulling back your energy, and keeping to yourself, because you can't help yourself and not help this person when you're around them. But you really do need to set some boundaries for yourself. What's showing here, where your energy needs to be spent, is just pulling your energy back and taking a good look at this situation. We got the Two of Cups here, but this is about looking at that realistically. And it's tough because there's a love there, and there's a part of the relationship that's very problematic that seems to kind of get in the way of everything else. And you can't fix it. You're looking on lovingly at this person and wishing you could, but you can't. We got Two of Cups, Knight of Swords, Two of Cups, Hangman. This right here is, are you thinking of just kind of cutting things off and running? And there's also an element to kind of doing it quickly and then running away, because you know that if this turns into a negotiation or you talking to this person, it's going to tug at your heartstrings and you're going to want to stay and fix it because it's just that one little thing. And this is about being able to look at this situation realistically, pulling back your energy, your love energy, and allowing the transition to happen and not dealing with it at this time, cutting things off for now and exploring other options, and at least getting some distance from it so you can think. And I hate to say you need to, but where your energy needs to be right now is to yourself, reinvesting in yourself. This is not about being able to control someone else or their choices or manage them or help them. You can't overhelp this, because this thing keeps reasserting itself. And the more you manage, the more they're going to let go of control of their own life. And then pretty soon you're going to be living both your lives or trying to manage both, and you're going to be exhausted and angry and nope. What else for Leo? Let's see. This feels like rising above. Like you can still love this person, but you can't be involved with them right now. Not until this is resolved. Because unless you can set very firm boundaries, but this, whatever this is affecting everything. It's affecting the stability and everything. And this person, there's an offer there. There's a commitment and a want there, but they've got to deal with their business. What else for Leo? Three of Cups. This is about, I was going to say, recommitting to your tribe. This is about spending time while you're kind of transitioning and pulling your energy back and reinvesting in yourself, emotionally getting back to your friends, your family, whatever you've kind of neglected or set aside, whatever energy this has taken over here. This is about reinvesting it back in your tribe and being able to be around people you trust that will resource you, that will lift you up, that will insulate you, that will love you. Not that this person doesn't, but they got to deal with something. And I honestly, the more I keep saying that, it feels like somebody that's got a problematic way of dealing with, like this is somebody that has poor coping skills, so they use, or they've just got a problematic past that they need to deal with. that is affecting your relationship. That's for Leo. That's for Leo. That's for Leo. You can be single, or you can be removed from this relationship and still love them, and you can still think of them lovingly and fondly and not be involved with them. And I know that's preaching to the choir, and but the thing is, because it feels like it's going to be temporary, like you're going to give them their space, but you keep allowing this person to come back because of the sweet things they say in their nature. And it's not that they're not sweet, but they haven't dealt with their issue. And if just for that one little thing, it could be, we got the Knight of Cups again. This could be Scorpio. And then we got, okay, I never know what this is 8 of Cups reversed. We got an offer, but they don't want to work on their emotional issues. You're dealing with someone that doesn't want to have to face their emotional issues, that doesn't want to do the work. And the more they don't, the more you'll have to keep the relationship afloat, and that's not where your energy should be. This is about pulling back and being bigger than the situation and deciding you're going to allow for this transition and taking a look at this realistically and exploring other options. Are you getting what you need? You might be now. This might be a new, things happen very quickly out of the blue, and you're on this high of, oh my gosh, this new beginning, but And I could be preaching to the choir. You could have already ended things, and this is what happened. And you could have already ended things, and you're like running towards your new future because you get all this, and you're back with your friends and your support group and your tribe. All right. Either way, love and support to you, Leo, with this for this year. It's frustrating because there's a lot of good here. It's just that this other thing keeps getting in the way, and you just can't, because it's going to take its toll, and it has. And God love you. You have a lot of faith in this person and just in love in general, and that's why you've been doing the back and forth, and why you've come to the conclusion that you just got to be bigger than this and see it for what it is and let it go right now. Your energy is better spent elsewhere. All right. I hope to see you in the next reading. I thank you for stopping by, Leo. You take care.